Thank you, everyone. Welcome to today's video. Every episode will now start with a harmonical jingle. Is harmonical a word? Folks, welcome back to DoctorBenjyFM, where I introduce you to the series that is an advert for the colour grey. It does seem a little bit like that today. But hello there, folks. Welcome back. Good to see you. I'd say, hope you had a good Christmas, but we're beyond that now. Hopefully you enjoyed yesterday's episode. That's what's important. And you find me here then as Borussia Dortmund manager on the 30th of April. And you can see here, look, we have prize money to be won, as well as places in cup competitions to qualify for. Now, the one to avoid, folks, is 7th position. That's an issue, really. That's the one that we're currently in and look like we might be holding to. But 3 games to go, so that does mean we've played a few games in between. And buy the money. Buy the money. And by the way, look how much money you get in Germany. When did this all happen? I feel like this is outrageously loads and I love it. So I look forward to qualifying for, I mean, even if you finish like 13th, you get 35 million. I'll be 13th, sure. No, I took them out of those depths. And it should be known, actually, since I came in, you remember our first game was Bayern Munich. They were in 13th position after that draw. And then from that point onwards, we've risen up the table to 7th, 6 places gained. We've done pretty well with a side that should probably be top 3. And you'll probably notice, Hertha Berlin fans, that it's crumbled for you boys as Bayern Munich, look at the past winners table there. Bayern Munich sit on top of the tree, Leipzig just behind. Dortmund should be in that conversation. Of course, there are prizes to be won. 5th and 6th get you into the Europa League, a competition, viewers, that I just so happen that it needs to be won by me. So that should be exciting. That's the aim for today. 3 matches to go this season, then Hoffenheim's going to kick us off before we play Stuttgart and Augsburg. The highest possible finish for us, if we win all our games and things go well, is 4th. That is unlikely, though, so let's not get our hopes up. But 5th and 6th, especially 6th, it's possible, as especially we've got a game in hand over Werder Bremen. If we win that, we move into 6th, and then it's ours to hold on to if we beat Hoffenheim first. So let's get into that game then, and run you through what you've missed since we last met. You thought I was going to say the team, didn't you? You were wrong. My brain thought it as well, to be fair. You can see then, since our last episode, it was 2 back-to-back defeats by Leverkusen and Mainz. They've got the best of us. We bounced back with a win over Hanover, 1-0, not overly spectacular. And then Bayer Leverkusen, once again, beat us 1-0 in a very drab affair, Leon Bailey getting the goal. Before a decent run of results, I would say. Schalke was a 2-0 win. Hamburg was a 3-0 win, and Wolfsburg a 1-0 win. A 3-2 defeat to Bayern Munich in there as well. The league table was panning out that it wasn't going to be super exciting in this period, so I avoided some of these games because it just wouldn't have been very interesting. But you can see we nearly got something back. Alcacer got a late goal for us, but it ended 3-2. Diallo scored an absolute screamer, so shout out to Diallo. You can't just talk about the screamer, and show the screamer. Maybe provide some musical sad music. That was that. It was a good goal. So, I mean, we've seen that now. Right, team-wise for this game, let's get it. Now, Akanji has a little bit of a knock, so he's going to come out for Hummels as we find a spot on the bench for Philippe Max. The rest of the team, though, is going to stay pretty similar to what I've been playing in recent matches. Livakovic will be in goal, Nissan Christian at right back, Guerrero at left back, Hummels and Ali Kamara then in the centre. Witzel just ahead of them with Parra and Dominique. Supposedly, yeah, that's spot on, Ben. The comments will be there. They'll all be there. We're playing 2 Mazzalas, one on the support duty, one on an attack duty. I know what you're going to say, Ben, this midfield doesn't work. I think the results speak for themselves, so I'll make my own decisions. Brandt on one side, Brunlas on the other, and Alcacer up top through the middle, who's trying to keep his place while Belotti does the business in Italy. He's not the only one doing the business in Italy. Yeah, that's right, Inter Milan, 4 games to go for them. Pretty much wrapped up the title. We'll do it today, probably. So, yeah, shout out to SMS, who's having the season of life. Yeah, if they get anything against Udinese, it's pretty much done. So, good. Should have stayed one more year, Ben. Should have persevered with it. Maybe change the system. Maybe just tried to get Serie A. Good, yeah. But now come to Dortmund and fight for the Europa Cup 2, whatever it's called. So 7th gets Europa Cup 2. 5th and 6th get Europa League. And the top 4, of course, get the Champions League in Germany. So we want to be in those Europa League spots. Come the end of today's episode. 3-game special. Let's delve. I expect nothing but a win. Nothing but a win. A draw? No. What a shock. I mean, a loss. Oh, barely think about it. So here we go then. First match of the episode, and you can see I was in 7th, Hoffenheim in 11th, so a game that we should do quite well in, That is arguably the perfect start, viewers. They've cocked it right up. I've not seen that happen on this year's game, but I've enjoyed it. Alcacer with his 12th of the season, and they play a short goal kick to Porsche there, who, he's made an absolute calamity of it. Alcacer's decided to pick the top right-hand corner to put it in. Could have just slotted it in near post, where the big gap was, but no, went for the top corner, hence that we're not doing very well this season. But do you remember, if you're just joining us here, I joined Dortmund halfway through the season, so I don't want anyone coming in and going, oh, you're sick for Dortmund. It's a bloody miracle that we're sixth. I'm doing a fantastic job. As Brun Larsen on the ball, we've already got a goal lead as it goes towards Dominique, and it's nearly gone in. Hashtag scenes. On brand today, viewers. It probably looks like I'm filming this video in sort of the early 1900s because it's in black and white essentially today. I'm keeping this new camera angle, sort of across. We've got the New York skyline. In the back, I say skyline. We've got Brooklyn Bridge in the background. They're through though. Hoffenheim. They've got no regard for the Brooklyn Bridge. They don't care. They've brought us back to the 21st century, and Boetink, with his 17th goal of the season, is he good? He's very good. 21-year-old Dutchman. Have they bought him? I assume they have, yeah, from Vitesse. And, he's having an average season. But, okay, he's got lots of goals in competitions that aren't the league. 11 million, though, looks a little bit of a bargain. This ball through the centre here gives us all sorts of problems. And, he's got the pace to beat Ali Kamara, and then lashes it past Livakovic, and it's 1-1. And, of course, we don't really want to be 7th. 7th is like the booby prize. You don't want the booby prize. It depends what sort of booby. No, Ben, hey, come on. There's children watching. All right, highlight-wise, Hoffenheim on the ball again here, and that through ball. Sorry, what did Hummels do there? If they score from this, right, we're watching that again. Just a question to the people that make the Football Manager match engine here. Keep your eyes on Mats Hummels. What does Mats Hummels do? Just forgets where he is. Good. They nearly scored. I'd have been furious. As this highlight will now continue as it was, and still 1-1. Guerrero with a free kick, whipped towards the back post. Ali Kamara. He has a lot of those chances. I feel like he should probably be doing slightly better. I've made our bench a little bit more experienced as well. Royce and Goetze have been on there far more often. They've come on a few times and actually changed the game for us. So we've made sensible moves in terms of making a squad and a matchday squad the correct matchday squad, really. Hoffenheim taking their time here. We know the ball in behind is dangerous. No Akanji today, and I've been trying the Ali Kamara Akanji duo. A little bit more pace at the back. We're getting beaten in behind far less. When Hummels is back in the side, it's always a threat. It's always a problem. So, his positioning's very, very good. But in terms of playing on the turn, we saw it a moment ago, he moves like a tractor, viewers. As Cornet goes close. He's hit the side netting. Are we playing a previous version of the game? Is this pre-patch? Is this early November? What's happened? A little bit of possession. Oh no, not possession. Alcacer, there's minutes to go here, seconds to go as Alcacer hurts a child behind the goal. Dreadful scenes here, viewers. Not sort of hashtag scenes we were hoping for. That's a court case. Am I liable for picking him? Goodness me. All right, passionately say, we can still win this. Work hard. We need better. I'm actually going to get aggressive with them. Not happy with the work so far, boys. Come on, let's make something happen. The defence don't like it. Everyone else, cool with it. Chilled out. Just happy. Now, they've done this before and made an absolute mess of it. If it happens again, well, they distributed it quicker that time. They've learned, bless them. Well done. Ball forward, and that 24 on that side, Kaderbeck, I think it's probably spelt or said. It's cleared away though. Brun Larsen's on it. Beautiful ball by Larsen. Him and Brandt, I love them both. Julian Brandt now races forward. Go on, my friend. Oh, what a goal from Julian. I love to see it. Jacob Brun Larsen with the assist, but it was all really about Julian Brandt. What a goal by him. JJ, as I like to call him on either wing. This ball from Brun Larsen is sensational, but talk about this. Picks it up on the halfway line, races forward. He's got that man to beat, evades the slide challenge, and not only that though, finishes it off as well. You love to see that as Borussia Dortmund take a 2-1 lead. Oh, what a treat, viewers. What a bloody treat. We've got a corner now, like I said, back post. Brun Larsen's there. JJ in full effect as 3-1, and this game looks as if it might be done, and we go ahead, crucially, ahead of Werder Bremen. 53 points. There's a few teams behind us though, Bremen and of course Leverkusen right there with us. So if we can't afford any slip-ups at the back end of the season, 2 games to go after this one, but it's looking pretty good. I mean, Barman's on a 5 there, which is not his best work, viewers. Things can only get better. A little bit of a throwback there for the viewers. They're forward again. They're dangerous on the wing every single time. Kaderbeck goes for it. Livakovic deals. Just seen a massive... There's a horde of seagulls outside. Is there some sort of convention going on? It's absolute bedlam outside. I don't know if there's a race happening and I've not been informed. Just like, who would inform me of this? Anyway, chance here for us. Brun Larsen, back to Christiansen, finds Witzel. Another goal for us. Oh, Dominic, son, you've done a fantastic... This is bordering on offensive now. It's my Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyway, regardless, Dominic... Did anyone anyone watch Kindergarten Cop over Christmas? I don't know. Anyway, Christiansen plays it to Witzel. I didn't even confirm that it's definitely Dominic that he says. I'm going to have to find out. Alexa, was Dominic in Kindergarten? Oh, God. Alexa, stop a minute. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't explain it brilliantly.
Who's this little slag?
It's nothing to do with you, G. All right? She's just a friend. So, back off.
She sounds ridiculous.
I said back off. Alexa, who is Dominic in Kindergarten Cop?
Dominic was played by Joseph Cousins in the 1990 film Kindergarten Cop.
Dominic. Knew it. Thank you, Alexa. Anyway, he scored the goal, 4th goal, and this game is pretty much all but done. I've not made any changes. I've just sat here relaxed. Ball played in by them, though, as they nearly get one back. Not long to go. Guerrero's going to come off. Philip Max is going to find his way on, as is Marco Reus, as is Xherdan Shaqiri. Keep things fresh up there, as I said that with about a minute to go. But a good performance from the boys. Look at that, 8.3s, 9s all over the place, 4 different goal scorers, and a very fantastic win. Guerrero's out for a couple of days with a tight calf, but should be okay for the next game. All right, then, 7 days before we play Stuttgart, as Bayer Leverkusen get a 3-2 win over Hertha Berlin. Have they just Hertha Berlin just crumbled? Oh, goodness me, a mind charge. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Look at the run they went on before that. No wonder they were top. Goodness me. Beat me 2-0. Dealt with me, not a problem. Oh, by the way, we had a regen day. It was rubbish. So, hence you've not really been told about it. I'm going to do a look at Dortmund 2 as well as the under-19s at the very end of the season. We'll have a little review of the squad. The squad of Dortmund, very interesting. Of course, I know we're talking about this sort of long-term Dortmund project, right? But if another job becomes available end of the season, where we might be in the market for it, maybe clubs are looking at me thinking, well, look how he's revolutionised Dortmund. What can you do with a full season? You never know, viewers. We might be at Dortmund for a very short period of time. Look at it. Look at it, viewers. Look at the season SMS has had. Look at that. What the is that? 14 goals, 12 assists. They've won the league. 3 to go. It makes me sick. I feel ill, viewers. On the plus side, Mario Icardi is available for 18 million now. So, bullet dodged. Oh, good. Ali Kamara's injured. 5 weeks after sprinting. Don't sprint then. All right then, gang. Second match of today's episode, and the team remains largely unchanged. The only switch we're going to make then, Akanji's going to come in at the back for Ali Kamara, who obviously misses out with that injury. The rest of the team, I say, remains unchanged. So into it we go. This is a biggie as well. We need this. This is a big E. Oh, what an interesting system. What an interesting formation in the week that Inter Milan win Serie A. That's it. Just remind me of it. Trying to rattle me. I'm not even going to look in their direction. I'm just going to keep my face over here. Just not even think about it. Oh, you're back. Yeah. I'm not. No, sorry. This isn't. No, just. Oh. It's a different point, really. It's about the formation they're using, and I don't want to look at it. Not looking at you.
Well, did you have a good Christmas?
Yeah, I did. Did you?
Yeah, not bad. Cold. Good. Boring, but.
No idea. Alcacer, he's got a chance very early in the game and goes very, very close. Good early intentions, viewers. Now, elsewhere, teams to look out for then. Werder Bremen are playing. Are they playing today? I assume they are. They're playing a match, viewers. That's all we know at this point. I don't know who it was against. It was too quick. It moved so fast. As Witzel on the ball to well, he's battered it against Dominic there. As Gonzalez makes his way forward now for Stuttgart, who have a chance in this game. Ball played in as Massimino gets it on goal, but Brandt brings it away. Right, let me just quickly find out. Wolfsburg. I think they're playing Wolfsburg, viewers. That's all I know. So they're playing a team in the top 4. That's helpful. So Werder Bremen hopefully have a little bit of a mare today, and we capitalise with a victory on our end. As Hummels' header forward isn't that good, and we don't pick up the loose ball after either. And now they come forward with it. Christiansen there, as Julian Brandt's on the ball. That's when you know things happen, as he finds Brun Larsen. We saw the reverse last game as Brun Larsen's effort on goal. Not that good. Wolfsburg winning as well against Werder Bremen. Massive for us, of course. Keep your eyes on what Bayer Leverkusen are up to. Are they playing today? They are. Mainz, top of there. You can see it. And yeah, we could do with them slipping up as well. That 6th position, nailing down a Europa League spot today. That's the aim of the game. A little bit of possession here for Stuttgart. A team that I've managed before, I believe, did I not? In the road trip series. I've managed both these sides, actually, as it happens. Spoilers, if you're watching the very start of that series, I have just ruined it entirely. As Akanji steps in, Brun Larsen now, racing forward with it, finds a pass over to Julian Brandt. If he cuts inside, he does, and the shot goes close. All right, playing out from the back here, Akanji, Christiansen, does very, very well. And the ball forward to Brun Larsen is decent as he races forward. Can he find a pass into the centre? He beats his man, beats another. The end product, though, not that good. I want to see a little bit more out of him there. We've got a throw in, though. Far into their half. If we can find a ball again into the centre, we can clear it away. Witzel's going to pick it up. There's options either side. The wing back so key in this system, can we find a ball out to them and maybe whip in a delivery to players waiting in the centre? Brun Larsen's there. He's been taken down by Zagadou, and I suspect then that will be a penalty kick. It is a penalty kick to be taken by Paco Alcacer. We had to check just to be sure, viewers. As he steps up, can he find the finish? He can. Fires it into the corner. Borussia Dortmund 1, Stuttgart 0. Not okay. That'll be that, viewers, obviously. Come on, know your nautical codes. Is it nautical code? A sign language? I don't know. We've scored. Nautical codes. Great name for a band. As if Bayern are top again. It's just not fun for anyone, is it, when they just win the league over and over again? Somebody needs to step up and stop them. Good luck, Leipzig. Well, have I just really watched him do that? Livakovic saved the ball, but he saved it off the pitch. If they score off this corner, I'm going to be frustrated. They nearly do. The important thing being nearly, which suggests they didn't. So we're on 56 points as things stand, solidly in 6th position. Is there a chance for us today to get into the Champions League? Is it possible? If Hertha Berlin beat Schalke, can it happen? I'm happy with the performance so far. At half-time, things are looking good. At Schalke, it's Wolfsburg that are the problem. The irony in this is we actually need them to win to stop Bremen getting even close to us. It's a weird situation. They've scored again. So I think the Europa League, though, looking pretty likely. We might even finish 5th, which would be a really great finish to the season. Oh, lovely stuff from Dominic as he races forward with it. Number 30 for Borussia Dortmund. Can't apply the finish. If we don't win this, though, we'll be on 53 points along with Köln and Werder. It's weird that it doesn't say Werder Bremen. It definitely is Werder Bremen, isn't it? Otherwise, I'm offending someone a lot. Gonzalez racing forward, though, on the reverse side of things. Good defending. Lovely stuff. I love to see it. Do I make a change at some point? We're playing pretty well, though. In a corner, it's about to come in. 20 minutes to go. It's headed away. Julian Brandt, though, will pick it up. And as if a man I want on the ball out there, it's always him. Great delivery to Brun Larsen and can't find the finish. That has been a bit of a theme of today. Just can't find that finish. Tomlin goes short here. And putting the pressure on Alcacer, the press is happening now, and Brandt's stolen it. He should definitely score. 20 minutes to go. I'm thinking maybe a change. I'm not really sure where the change is going to come in, though, if we're to make one. Alcacer's got his goal. Dominic in the centre, I think that's the move we're going to make. Weigl, he's going to come on. A lot of bookings. Their entire defence have got bookings right now after doing speaking properly. Anyway, there's a highlight again. I'm very nervous about them doing something here. Of course, if we just have a point, we will take a lead into the final game against Augsburg, who are battling for survival. That's the only issue for me. Alcacer through on goal. I was stuck with him. I was very close to taking him off. We've got Chalo von Origi ready to come on if needs be. But Alcacer with the finish, 14th goal of the season for him. He plays the way I want to play, and a really nicely worked goal as well. Brun Larsen into Weigl, who's just come on. Lovely pass through to him, and a really calm, cool, composed finish from Alcacer. And you can see there then, 2-0 to the good, 10 minutes to go. Surely this is done. No trophies in Glory Hunter this season. 2 years now without one. But you've got to say, things have been pretty good for me since joining Borussia Dortmund. We've risen up that league table. And there it ends then. Dortmund 2, Stuttgart 0 as we go into our final game of the season. Para showing pleasing progress, viewers. That's what you like to see. Hopefully this continues and he becomes a real star player. Current ability right now, 2.5 stars according to our coaching staff. So if he improves, he could be one hell of a player come the end of his career. And what's going to be super nice about having some of these like youngsters, especially the regens, right? That we're doing a 20-year save. In a few years' time, 10 years' time, we're going to see these guys retire at some point as well. In maybe 15 years' time, Para will be towards the end of his career. Imagine picking him up in like the final few seasons with teams around Europe. It's going to be really good fun. But he starts at Dortmund. Maybe he'll be here for the rest of his career. Who knows? All we know for certain is I won't be here for the rest of the series. So I'll try and take him with me occasionally if possible. Of course, that is if he has a good season next season, which is kind of key. All right, then the final day of the season is upon us, and let's face it, the Bundesliga has got a lot going on. All right then, team-wise for this final game, Livakovic in goal, Nissen Christiansen, Akanji, Hummels and Guerrero at left-back, Witzel, Denis, I've made up a new name for him. Dominic, Parr will be next to him, Brandt one side, Brun Larsen the other, Alcacer through the middle. This double Mazzala thing is working out tremendously. Right then, into this we go. But actually, before we do, let's take a look at the Bundesliga. Let's find out what's going on. That's my stadium. So you can see Bayern currently trail Leipzig. They have to win and hope that Leipzig fail. They're playing Stuttgart, who we've just beaten, so we know they're not particularly good. It's already a shootout. Lewandowski versus Werner as they go for it then. Bayern will be away at Hertha Berlin, who have still qualified for those Champions League places, as have Wolfsburg. It's just a battle on now for those Europa spots. There's going to have to be quite a big swing in goal difference. Cologne are behind us at the moment by 3 points, and it looks all but certain that we'll qualify, but any failure to win here, and it's up for grabs. At the bottom, of course, Augsburg, who we play, fighting for survival. Hamburger and Stuttgart there as well, all at risk of going down. Any two from that bottom 14th or 17th position teams could be relegated today, but of course they do go into a playoff. The team that finished 16th face the team that finishes 3rd in the Bundesliga too. So still things to happen here. But here we go then. We of course just have to hold on to our spot. I would love to finish 5th. I've got to say, I would love to get that high as they match our system like for like. It's a game they've got to win. Reality is, we can play without any pressure here. It should be a case of qualifying. I don't think it's head-to-head. I'm pretty sure it's goal difference. Ben, you should probably just check the rules quickly. Rules here. Is it goal difference? So yeah, goal difference, then goals scored, then results between teams. So yeah, goal difference is the thing. Not only that, gang, but there's a difference of 3 million or so, which might prove to be important during the transfer window. You never know. First highlight of the game, they're 30 seconds in, and we nearly score. Okay, so as goals go in around the grounds, Cologne, a team that can beat us, remember, are a goal behind. Julian Brandt racing forward, left side. Oh, he's been run off the ball entirely there, and maybe a chance for them as the ball in behind. Hummels loses out, and Gregoricevic, or something very similar to that. Hummels tries to get back at him, but it's a good save by Livakovic. Martinelli run off it by Witzel, and eventually we get the ball back as Dominique finds Brynlasen. I might have to sell him just to stop being offensive. Para now bringing it forward, finds Julian Brandt on his left-hand side. Brandt goes for goal, pulls it wide. All right, I'm far from pleased with what we've seen. Of course, they're trying to survive. What is their situation at the moment at the bottom of the table? Right, they are at this stage going down, but they know if they win the game, their chances of survival go up tenfold. They're pretty much safe. I say they're going down at this point. They're actually going to the playoff as Livakovic saves. And Schalke are behind. So we move into 5th position. A goal for us here as well would be massive. Guerrero's on this, just into the second half room, but Alcacer nearly there. Dominic is going to go for goal. No! I could barely say Dominic's name as Julian Brandt scores a fantastic goal. Borussia Dortmund 1, Augsburg 0. That devastating goal for them. But this from Julian is exceptional. It's just laid off to him. First time, right-footed, top bins. Lovely, jubbly. That was sensational. 59 points now, and we're only a few points off those Champions League spots, which gives me hope next season that if we start the season well, of course Dortmund didn't in this save. Manuel Pellegrini had them playing some dreadful stuff. So yeah, if we can turn that round first half of the season, the title is there to be won. There's not been a big gap. 8 points between ourselves and the top of the league as things stand. Leipzig hold it, by the way. As Hertha Berlin, I think, are beating Bayern Munich as well. So Leipzig are going to break Bayern's curse of winning the league year on year. As things go here, though, Alcacer, he's been played in. Can he double the lead? He can't, not quite. It is all action, viewers. It's going off everywhere at the moment. In the position we're in, we can actually allow Augsburg to have a goal if they really want it. As Para goes forward, Alcacer on the rebound, and it's 2-0. And Augsburg, it's not looking good for them, but it's looking pretty good for us. What's happening? I don't know. I can't remember who Schalke are playing, viewers. It's all a blur. So we just pause it very, very quickly to have a look then. So yeah, Hertha Berlin, what a season they're having. They're going to finish second ahead of Bayern Munich. Schalke are losing to Mainz at the moment, so that's big for us. Werder Bremen beating Hoffenheim 4-0. Stuttgart being held at the moment by Leipzig. I didn't even realise they were playing Leipzig. I guess they're a team, again, that are trying to go, well, I say trying to go down, look like they might go down. Doing a massive favour at the moment, Hertha Berlin, though, for Leipzig. Unbelievable stuff. Cologne in there a game as well, so they're back in business. Who are Schalke playing? I didn't even take note of it. Or did I? I can't remember, viewers. Again, the whole thing's a blur. Guerrero, left side, plays a lovely ball to Brynlasen. First time touch from him is not too bad at all. Christiansen back on the ball. Can he find an option into the centre? He can. Julian's at the back post with his second of the game, 16th of the season. Those boys are going to be so important for me next year. That right side of Brynlasen and Christiansen, I don't think I'm going to be breaking that up. And on the other side with Julian Brandt and Guerrero, I don't think I'm going to change that around too much. It's the midfield and the centre-back area that I think is most important. Great splits goal there from Brandt. And yeah, 3-0, job done. It's been a bumper episode today, but we've played really, really well at the back end of the season. Very, very pleasing to see, viewers. After last episode, it was a bit of a calamity. We've bounced back fiercely as Julian should have another one there. Who was Schalke playing then? 1-0 done to Mainz. We did talk about it. Sorry, viewers. I'm a mess. Witsel, Guerrero, ball in, Brun Larsen's under it. We're going to get there first. Christiansen does. Oh, the shot goes in. Great save from their goalkeeper, to be fair. Guerrero plays it in again. Brun Larsen, can he find the goal? Back to Witsel. I mean, it was like they were setting him up for a shot at the edge of the box there, and he wasn't really quite ready for it. We're forward again. Julian Brandt should score. I expect us to score every time now. I'm enjoying this a lot. Hertha Berlin. What a story. Julian, Guerrero. I mean, I mentioned the goal difference here. Brun Larsen's there. 4-0. We are on fire. And we've actually overtaken Schalke on goal difference now. We sort of joked about it before, but now we've finally done it. And Bayern Munich, they're now 3-0 down to Hertha. Just to give you some context, Hertha Berlin last season finished 14th. They're now second in the Bundesliga and are gifting the title to Leipzig, who are losing of all teams to be losing right now. Unbelievable stuff. Hertha Berlin, what's the goal difference actually? We might need to check that as they go close. Martinelli gets a goal for Augsburg. What's the goal difference between these two teams? Is it close? Oh my God, it is close. If Hertha Berlin continue to beat Bayern Munich and Leipzig concede again, Hertha Berlin could win the league. There's not long left to go. It looks pretty unlikely, but it's something we kind of have to keep an eye on. Bayern Munich get a goal. That probably settles it. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, Leipzig's still there, but Bayern are going to finish third after all of this. Goodness, it was closer than you'd imagine. As Augsburg, a late revival from them, destroying my goal difference. Very frustrating, but still looks like we're going to win this one comfortably. And there it is. That it ends. Dortmund 4, FC Augsburg 2. They will go into a relegation playoff. I think there's a chance they might have gone down actually. Let's have a look here. Yes. They have on goal difference. They go down. Leipzig champions then. Hertha Berlin just behind them after a 4-2 victory it was in the end against Bayern Munich. With Leipzig there losing on the final day of the season but winning the league. Unbelievable stuff. Wolfsburg join them in those Champions League places and we then qualify. Oh, I'm quite pleased about this, viewers, for the Euro Cup, the Europa League, of course, and that's a trophy on the Glory Hunter list. This has been a bumper episode over the festive period, so I hope you very much enjoyed it. That is going to bring us to the end of the episode. 5th is the position we finished in. I imagine the board are going to be quite pleased. We will spend tomorrow taking a look at what they think of all of this, having a little review of the squad, and seeing what our hopes and ambitions are for next season before the transfer special not long after that. So we'll love with care. From Benjy until next time, take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like. Want to see some more? Make sure you subscribed, and we'll love with care. Goodbye.